welcome back. In this tutorial we're showing you how to make a third person camera and make it so you can switch between the first person and the third person camera based on what you press. So all I've done is create a scene. It's completely empty. I've named it third person. It's in this folder here, and I made a folder inside my scripts folder called third person. So what we need is the character controller. So what we can do is go on assets, import package in the character controller. You've probably already done this, but this is what I need to do. Oh. Right, okay. So it's made standard assets, and there we go. So what I do is just create a simple plane for you to walk on, and then drag your first person controller in. I don't know why it's grayed out. Yeah, I was testing with some things a second ago. Okay, so to change this so it doesn't grey out, just create two materials. You know, it doesn't matter what you name them. Place one on there and the other one on there. I'm just gonna make this red and make that. Oh well, doesn't matter. You can still see. Anyway, so actually it might be because there's no light. Yeah, that was why. So shadow directional lighting. Anyway, now you can see there's a red character. And yeah, so now we have this. Then what you're going to want to do is create a script. So we're going to do JavaScript. Call it camera switch. Attach it to the sorry, it needs to compile first. There we go. Attach it to the first person. You don't want to attach it to the camera because you'll end up disabling the camera and then you'll end up disabling the script. So just attach it to anything. It doesn't even have to be on the first person control, it can be on an empty game object. It honestly doesn't matter. And then you wanna load it up. And then wait for it to develop to load. It takes a while. Has it loaded? Yeah, it has loaded. I just hadn't. Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna zoom in so you can see. Yeah, that's good. And then we're gonna create three variables. So it's gonna be public variable. Then the first person camera of type game object, and then public var third person camera of type game object. Make sure you spell that right. And then we're going to want to create a private variable so that it can't be changed in the inspector, called canSwitch. Doesn't matter what it's called, but canSwitch is easy to know, and it's of type boolean, which is true or false. And then we'll default the values in here. So let me just sort this out. So we want to default the first person camera to true, which means it's on. And then, so this is set active. You can't, for things like cameras and other things, you would do .enabled equals true, but because it's a game object, it only lets it to set active. I don't know why. It's just more awkward like this. Then you do third person camera dot set active. It's false, so that both cameras aren't on at the start. Then want to do canSwitch So for this, you just do equals because it's a Boolean type, and so all is equal to false, so it doesn't switch at the start. Then in the update function we do if input, because it'll be the input of what your camera switching button is, of get button down, key, nope, it's get key down, probably done that wrong. Get key down, key code, dot, and then whatever button you want. I'm going to do E because it's easy to press while I'm moving around. And then you set can switch is equal to whatever can switch currently isn't. So you do not is not equal to can switch, which means it basically turns into the opposite of what it currently is. And then down here I'm going to do if can switch, so if it's true, because it's yeah, so this wants to default to true, sorry. So if it is true, then we're going to want to change this first person camera. So first person camera dot set active is equal to true. That isn't a capital. So when it's true, which is the default value, it defaults these. So really you don't really need these, but it's better to stick them in there just in case. And then want third person camera dot set active is equal to false. Then duplicate this so you don't have to type it all out again, and do else if, and then you put the exclamation mark in front of the can switch, so if it's not equal to can switch, so if this is false, yeah, then you just change these so it turns the first person camera off and the third person camera on, and then just hit save. That's all we should have to do, and hopefully it hasn't given us any errors. No errors, right. And here, which is where you've put this, you want to move your first person camera, which is the main camera on the first person controller, into the first person camera. So you just drag and drop it in, or you can click here and click on main camera, but it's easier if you just drag and drop it. And now we want to create the third person camera. So we want to do game object, create other camera. It should be the second one down. Drag and drop it onto the camera. Set all its values to 0. So that it I did 1, should be 0. There we go. So that goes into the middle of this, so that you can easily move it around. Oh, sorry about that. Then you want to move it back, and then move it up a bit. You know, and then just have it wherever you want. Should probably move this back a bit so you can. You know, honestly, doesn't matter. Most people want it. Most people have it to the side, so you can see in front of the character. And then, so change this to third person camera. Click on wherever you've put the script, and then move the third person camera in. And then we should be ready to go. So now I'm here walking around on the plane, then I press E, and now it goes to third person. And I'll press E again, and it goes first. And then you can easily switch this. And, well, there you go. You can just do whatever. So this would be good if you animated the character, you'd be able to see all the animations perfectly. And yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. be sure to comment, like and subscribe.